sing to you off the camera?
The director has given her
Strict
very
instructions.
strict instructions that you are not going to sing anywhere.
Right. So yeah.
Chaithra, you acted so well in Tommy.
Thank
So
you.
what's
Thank
your
you.
acting experience in Saptha Sagaradaache, Yellow?
I mean, it's great to work with people like Raj and Rakshit, Hemant. They're great technicians that way. So most of the time it becomes easy when you get into such teams because they're already so well planned with their films. So when you get into that equation, you only can get better and give a lot more so that everything becomes a better picture. So with respect, like these two characters also, they're very unique in their ways and very, very difficult to play. But somehow I think because of their existence, there also I figured out how probably I could play that role. And here also, Hemant was here and great co-actors like Rukmini and Rakshit. So these people also contributed a lot so that I could deliver better. So yeah, it just happened.
So, more than love, there's so much of emotions inside it. Some friendships in jail too. One guy coming to you when you were in hospital scene, then other guy coming with a cassette. So, what about that side of things?
Saptha Sagaradaache has amazing star cast, first of all, amazing actors like Gopal Deshpande and Ramesh Indra, Sharat Lohita, amazing actors, and Achar sir. And beauty is that Hemant Rao has written every character such depth in them. So whatever characters he's written, when it is played by these amazing co-stars, and you have to perform with them, the experience is definitely always great. Because every time you have certain kind of experience as an actor, they have certain kind of experience as an actor, and you learn from each other. Every time you are working together, there is something or one of the other things you get to learn from each other. So it's definitely a beautiful experience, acting with them.
So, my favorite scene was the one which you hear that recorded voice on a tape recorder. So, what about your favorite scene on first side with him?
My favorite scene is Manu writes a letter to Priya. In the letter, he's written that this is the last time I'll be seeing you. After this, I will never be seeing you. But that letter is going to, get to her only after he meets her. The last time he meets her. After that, she will read the letter. So when they meet, he knows that this is the last meeting. The audience know that this is the last meeting because he's already read the letter for the audience. What she's written for Priya. But Priya doesn't know. So Priya is still in the hope that this guy is mine. Someday he'll come out. Someday he'll come out of the jail and then I'll spend my life with him. But you don't have that hope because somebody has already given up. Manu has already given up. He doesn't want Priya to waste her life. His life is already wasted. He doesn't want his love life to get wasted. So that beautiful, that scene, the way it was written, the way he writes the letter and he reads it to the audience on the way when he's going to meet her. And as he meets her, the letter says that this is the last time I'm meeting you. You do not know, but I know that this is the last time. And the way she looks at him, that hope, the way the scene is written, the way the performance has come out, the way Rukmini has acted in that scene, I think it's one of the most beautiful scenes. If you ask me, top 5 scenes of my favorite scenes of my career, then probably that scene would be one of them.
Sir, you are an excellent actor. ഒരു നടൻ എന്നതിനപ്പുറം സിനിമ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഒരു റീസൺ എന്താണ്? എപ്പോഴാണ് തോന്നുന്നത്? What is the reason for produce this movie?
Hemant Rao. In the sense, I believe he's a beautiful filmmaker, and 2 films what he had done before Saptha Sagaradaache, I was a part of Odibana Saranamikaku. And when we were doing that film, he wanted to do that film in such a constrained budget. And we were telling him that, why, we can actually extend the budget a little bit, we have a bigger market than that. But he was not ready. He wanted his first film to be done in a very certain small budget because he didn't want to take risk. And that film didn't want probably whatever we invested in the film, we did 5 times more than the investment. The second film also he did in a very constrained budget that he didn't get the complete freedom to express himself. So when I got to know that he's going to make a love story, I didn't want any constraints there. I wanted to give him complete freedom in terms of the production value, whatever he wanted. But I know at the same time I know that he's a very responsible guy. It's not that as soon as we give him freedom to shoot the film the way he wants without any compromise. It's not that he's going to simply waste money. He's a very calculated money spender. So he's very responsible there. So because of that we gave him that liberty. And today he's proved, he's made a beautiful film. So I believe it's Hemant Rao because of whom I came to a decision that I want to produce this film the way he wants to direct it, and I didn't have a second thought about it.
Sir, സാറിന്റെ മെയിൻ സിനിമകളെല്ലാം കേരളത്തിൽ വന്ന് പ്രൊമോട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ സാർ എത്താറുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ കേരളത്തിൽ നിന്ന് അത്രത്തോളം സ്വീകാര്യത കിട്ടുന്നതുകൊണ്ടാണ്, അത്രത്തോളം അക്സെപ്റ്റൻസ് കേരളീയർ മറ്റു ഭാഷകളിലുള്ള സിനിമകൾക്കൊക്കെ നൽകുന്നത് കൊണ്ടാണോ സാറിന്റെ മൂവീസൊക്കെ ഇവിടെ വന്ന് സാർ പ്രൊമോട്ട് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള കാരണം? Yeah, so she's asking, all the movies were so much hit in Kerala, and does that give you any confidence to release this movie also here?
So there is a beautiful legend about Kerala, what we discuss in Karnataka. It's a beautiful story. So every year there is a film festival which happens in Kerala, right? And the things, there are few film students from Karnataka who built the legend now in Karnataka. So they came to watch those films films to Cochin, to watch those films, to go to the film festival. And in the bus stop, it seems, they got hold of a rig, and they asked, they didn't know where the theatre is, where the film festival is going on. So they were asking people around. And then they told the rickshaw guy that, we want to go to the film festival. So he's like, yeah, I'll take you to the film festival, come. So he was taken, and he had the whole list of films which is getting played in the film festival. Or auto driver has the whole list of films which is playing in the film festival, and he was also going to the film festival. So now this is a legend which I have heard. So I believe why Kerala churns out such beautiful stories is because I think there is a storyteller in each and everyone here. So if it's a beautiful film, then I believe it will do well in Kerala. So I am very confident that Saptha Sagaradaache film is a kind of film which will definitely do well here.
Is there any Malayalam film inspired like that? I want to make things like this. Like is there any Malayalam film inspired you?
In the sense, it doesn't inspire me to make a film like this, but the kind of writing there is in not just 1 or 2 films. Every year there are at least 10 films which comes from here, which has a beautiful writing, and that technique of writing is definitely inspiring.
Which Malayalam movie you saw recently and you were like, wow, this is very great?
I don't remember names, but
The story?
huh?
Remember the storyline? Maybe we can have the name.
Not recently, because last few years I was completely out of the idea of watching films. I have not watched any films to be frank in the last 4-5 years, but there was a film with Prithviraj sir and no,
Ayappan and Koshi.
yeah.
Biju Menon.
Yeah. And then there is a beautiful film called Abu. His son Abu. That won a national award. Yeah, that was one of my favorite films. And that film where he swears that I won't wear this slipper or something. Yeah. So if you tell me, I remember the name, but I don't remember the name otherwise. I mean, there are many films for that. Many more films which probably it will be a crime if I don't name them, if I don't tell. Yeah, so there are many films for that.
Okay, so are you planning any movies in Malayalam or are you planning to act in Malayalam? Are you getting any offers?
It's very difficult for me. For me, when I act in films, the most I can
express any emotions.
But as soon as you give dialogue, that starts making me nervous. So as soon as I go to the set, every time I take the scene paper and see how many dialogues I have first, and then I give myself to it completely to learn the dialogues, because dialogues has to come naturally.
Okay, so
if you give me Malayalam dialogues, it will be very difficult for me to pronounce them.
So, talking about the dialogue, so you actually like to tell the dialogues which is in paper, or would you like to improvise the dialogues?
No, I never improvise. I stick on to what dialogues are given to me. Emotions wise, I improvise, but dialogues I normally do not improvise at all. I stick on to what is written. But otherwise, sometimes what happens is that few lines doesn't go well in the character I am playing, or it doesn't go well the character I have perceived. So that time I go and talk to the director, and director also probably sometimes so he understands my perspective, and if there is any change to do in the dialogues, he'll do it.
So Charanraj music is the soul of the film, and he doesn't score to every scene. Sometimes there is no order for some scenes, and some scenes are too much elevated by his music. So what's Charan's process? I think that
basically the whole idea comes from Hemant Rao only, because he's very particular about where he wants the music, where he's planning to play with the sound effects. Like for example, if you watch IDA, there's a scene they meet in the first time Priya and Manu meet in the jail, and that scene he is played with the clock sound. The clock is ticking all the time. There is no music there. But because he treated that scene that way, every time Priya and Manu meets after that,
you ticking sound.
Although they don't, after that he's treated it very musically. But you, subconsciously inside you know that there is no time. They should talk as soon as possible. So basically, using sound design, he's trying to play with the audience mind. He's getting inside your mind without your knowledge. Now that is completely a filmmaker's idea of how he wants to convey a few things to the audience without the audience even getting to know. So and Charanraj and Hemant M. Rao, they both have amazing combination. They both like when Hemant Rao has an idea, Charanraj knows to execute it to pitch perfect. He does it beautifully. So it's a combination definitely.
Chaithra, you are the actor that picks these raw characters, like what you did in Toby was so raw, and when it comes to Saptha Sagaradaache also, there's a rawness to this character, and I haven't seen you in this slow motion heroine type of a role. So is that what takes you to a character? Is that meekness that brings to the movie, or is it just a gut feeling?
No, I want to do all the hair flying, everything also. But just that, like, they have to convince me with the script that they tell me why she's doing all that. That's it. So somehow these characters have taken my attention very quickly, and the other kinds, there are scripts that have come to me where it was not convincing enough. So there's no particular decision. It just has to, that gut feeling they say, no? So I have to feel it very strongly as I listen to the script. So then I've taken, but yeah, I think there's a pattern with so far. But I've made it a point to choose different kinds of roles, not repeat the same ones, at least initial days of my career. But probably eventually I will try, other genres also. I definitely want to. I want to do a dance number.
What's common in Raj and Rakshit, and what's the difference in Raj and Rakshit?
There's a lot of common things. I don't see much of a difference because both of them are great filmmakers. Why I call filmmakers? Because they are into all aspects of filmmaking, most of it. They're multitasking, they're writing, directing, acting, and lyrics writers also. And I think they also, fight choreography also they've done, both of them. In Topi he's done few, and then he's also done in Avaneshri and things like that, to be a part of that. So there are a lot of similarities, and they love cinema. Whenever I've spoken to them, there's no other things that they speak but cinema. And they're very simple people, irrespective of where they are professionally. They're very, very simple, and I think that is a very attractive quality between both of them. And they're childlike from heart.
Rakshit, Kirtpati was my introduction to watching Kannada films. So there's a small similarity between Kirtpati and our Premam, which is a name Polish. So have you examined that similarity or?
In a sense, see, Kirtpati, the initial script I had written very long time back actually, even before Vidor Pranante. So I think that is one of the first scripts I had written, but we had kept it inside. Like after when we realized that we want to make a film, produce a film ourselves in Paramba Studios and do a film. Our initial idea was to do Avaneshri Mandarana. And then as we started working on it, we realized that this film requires a lot of budget. It can't be made in the budget what we are planning. So then we were confused that what film to do. That is when Premam released. So me and my friends, we went to watch Premam, and I was like, wow, actually I have a script which is completely based on my engineering days. So that's when we decided that yeah, let's do that film. But definitely there are few things which I love Premam, obviously, and there are few things which in Premam which was so nice that I couldn't stop myself, getting those elements in Kirtpati as well. Yeah.
So what about the part 2?
I don't think so. I'll produce for sure, probably for newcomers. Like we'll use the franchise and probably make Kirtpati of the newer generation. But yeah, I have other plans for myself. So.
Coming to SSC, actually, this cassette and tape recorder plays a vital role after a certain point of time. Is there any particular reason behind that? And also, both of you, is there any tape recorder memories for you personally?
Particular reason for using that is, one thing, it's beautiful, right? In a sense, the idea of recording something and that, it is not today's generation. It is that love story itself is not today's generation love story. It's a although it is happening like 10 years back the story is happening, yet it has certain nuances to the nuances of which happened, like it is a story of those days kind of a feel it has. So because of that, I think the cassette is used, and cassette has a beauty in it. As soon as you record something in a cassette and give it to a girl to listen to it, she has to search for a tape recorder now to play the cassette, because today there is no tape recorders. So as soon as you know that tape recorders are in general use, this story must be set like 20 years back. But otherwise, I think when I was doing my engineering, I was a big music lover. So I used to buy at least one cassette every week. I used to get 200 rupees as my pocket money, out of which 90 rupees I used to spend on a cassette. Rest 110 I used to spend, for lunch, dinner, all that. I used to stay in hostel. So I had a cupboard. If I open the drawer, it used to be filled with cassettes. Like every cassette in the world was there. So that is my memory with the cassette. Yeah.
With respect to this film, cassette and our connection, I don't know what to say. They have used the cassette thing continuous, but yeah, it's placed in beautifully. Like for that, like the screenplay would speak better. Personal experience with cassettes. I remember my mother telling that she used to record me, like how does a crow sound. I was like, I made those sounds when I was 2 years old. So she used to record all that and then, play it when my dad comes home. So that in case I don't repeat those things again. So I have a faint, I don't have the memory, but I remember my mother telling that I used to make these sounds and she used to record and play it on tape record.
The Kerala film lovers certainly loves that triple R team from Karnataka. Rakshit Shetty, Rakshit Shetty. If people are coming in the movie, certain people, film lovers know that movie is good. How's your friendship is going? Are you three people discussing each other about the project and all?
In a sense, see, we are the kind of writers who probably are very clear that this is my script. There is no change there. There is nobody else who will come and Raj is also like that. I am also like that. Rishabh Baba sometimes he takes inputs in the sense if Raj gives him a legend, he takes and sees how he can make use of it. If I give him an idea, he will see how he can make use of it. But me and Raj are more like this is our draft. There is no change here, so no discussion there. But otherwise, there is a script called which I had written during COVID time, and the script is called Midway to Moksha. Where all three of us, not just three of us, we were Promo City. All four of us were being a part of that script. But let's see, because I need to finish Richard Anthony first, and then probably before I go to Punyakoti, I shoot that. That's a very small film, or I have to shoot that film after Punyakoti. And whenever I shoot, I'm sure Raj definitely would want to play that character. Rishabh, after Kantara 1 and Kantara 2, I'm not sure he will play the character. Let's see.
മലയാളത്തിൽ ഒരുപാട് ഫാൻ ബേസ് ഉള്ള ഒരു ഫിലിമായിരുന്നു KGF. കന്നഡയിലെ ഇന്ത്യ ഫുള്ളായി ഹിറ്റായി ഓടിയ എല്ലാവരും ഇപ്പോഴും മാതൃകയാക്കാൻ നോക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഫിലിമാണ് KGF. The question is, കേരളത്തിൽ പൃഥ്വിരാജ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻസ് ആണ് വിതരണത്തിന് എത്തിക്കുന്നത്. സോ ഞങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു സിനിമയാണ് ഡിസംബർ റിലീസ് എന്ന സലാർ. വാട്ട് ഔട്ട് പൃഥ്വിരാജ്, സാറിന്റെ ഒപ്പീനിയൻ?
I mean, he's been a great support for us, all of us, because he's the one who has released all Kannada films in Kerala, KGF, Kantara, 777 Charlie, and whatever he has released until now has been a super hit. He's the only three, he's not released any other film. So let's say he's a lucky charm for us. To release. Also, he's very particular. It's not that he just because we want to release, he'll release. He's very particular about giving good content here in Kerala. And so yeah, when we approached him for idea also, he had already watched the trailer and he liked it, and he was of the opinion that we'll not do a big release like Charlie. We'll do a smaller release for Saptha Sagaradaache because of the kind of film it is. And we were also of the same opinion. And when we are releasing second, we are not going as big as what we went for Charlie, because this is a very this film is for very niche audience, and he understands all that. He himself is a writer, director, producer, and an actor. So some way we Rishabh, everyone we connect to that idea because we are also that.
Okay, thank you. I think talking about your movies, all your movies are like emotionally connected very well. So how do you choose your script?
I think my scripts come to me. It has been like that because when I was doing Shivan Narayana, there were long gaps in between, and the actor who was supposed to be a part of Charlie, he backed off. And then I asked Kiran if I can play the role. And I was anyways producing, then I acted in the film also. So that happened like that. And then for certain different reasons, actually Saptha Sagaradaache started. At that time it was just one film. And then it grew into 2 films. But it started for different reasons. It came to me for very different reasons. But now that I have done it, and I look back, it seems like as if the scripts choose me than me choosing the script.
Okay, so before we end up this session, actually we should talk about Rukmini Vasnth also. She had done some amazing work in this movie. So can you please tell about her character as well?
Well, if you guys have watched Side A, whoever has watched Side A has fallen in love with the Priya character because the way she has performed, it doesn't seem like this is her second film. She's done a beautiful job. She's one of the best actresses I have worked with. In the sense, see, probably there are many actors. Actors as good as Rukmini Vasnth also I have worked with, but the kind of dedication what she gave and the craftsmanship what she has as a personality what she is just amazing. And when I got to play a character like Manu, which is written so deep, probably if not Rukmini Vasnth, who actually was capable enough to play that character which was written with such depth, probably if not her, I wouldn't have given my best as Manu, because my co-actor was as dedicated. And when you act, there are a few films probably where the eye interaction is not that important probably, but for this film, for the intense character what Hemant had written, the interaction through the eyes was so important. And I don't think so like what Rukmini did, I can't imagine anybody there after working with her. So she's one of the best actors I have come across in the last 12 years.
I completely agree, and I add to that. And we really miss her. It's just because of her prior commitments, she couldn't be here.
We miss both.
Yeah, Hemant also.
Yeah,
They're working on the film, basically, but yeah.
We are taking the final out today in Chennai. So because of which Hemant couldn't come, as a director he was supposed to be there. And Rukmini, for some reason, she had to leave to Malaysia for her another film shoot where she couldn't adjust the dates, so she couldn't be here.
In Kerala, we are facing major problem that we are supporting the major problem in film industry. Do you believe that we are posting problems in the film making or after the release?
The written, I think the problem is with not the written reviews. The problem is with they make video, right? Now that becomes a problem because today, see, written reviews, people who are interested in the film, they go in search of the written reviews and read it. But these videos what we make can spread across as reels also. And if you let out the major important part of the story in those videos, and if it spreads as reels, and if everybody get to know the story of the film even before they watch it because of the reels, then it's definitely dangerous. So, I mean, you cannot stop someone from writing a review, but making a video using film clips and when you make a video, you have to talk something. When you write, you can think. But when you make a video, whatever comes, it just comes. And most of the times you are just telling the story. That is the review. Most of the video reviews are like that. You basically tell the whole story. And this part of the story is like this I didn't like, this story, next after it continues to be like this I like. This is how the reviews are. And videos have, more, it can spread faster. So that can spoil the experience of watching the film.
And also the thumbnails that they use just for clicks, no? Like I remember seeing so many, but they were like crack movie. So people were like, oh, this is some crack movie, let me just go see. And then they form an opinion without even watching the film. They already think this is a crack film. Where the film could have been a nicer film. Just for his personal opinion about something shouldn't influence someone else's viewing experience. So that is bad.
Do you believe that can destroy a film?
Sorry?
Do you believe that with review can...
Definitely, I mean it's
in the sense, not everybody's review can be, like for example, if I am a film goer, I might be intelligent enough to watch the video and, say that, okay fine, he might think like that, but my opinion might be different, I'll go to theatre and watch it. But there are 10 other people who definitely probably might not think like that and just believe that what he says. Because it's easier for them to see. Going to theatre to watch a film is more difficult than sitting at home and lazing out. Sitting at home and lazing out is easy. So as soon as somebody tells that the film is not good, your first option is let's sit at home. Why go till there, spend money, watch the film if it's not good then. And anyways, in today's date, 30 days or 50 days it will be an OTT. So that option is also there. So already people are already laid back. They don't want to come to theaters.
So side A is more soft, more calm and love. What will be side B? Is it a raw and intense?
You should know what I always tell that side A is more of Indian classical fusion with Western music. Side B is more of rock and roll. So yeah, there will be a lot of pain. Yeah.
No, we actually did not expect because the amount of love you guys showed here and the acceptance, people, I did not know, they were tagging me, calling Jenny, has done a good job and they used to cut reels of Toby and Jenny together, all those things, I was like, wow, this acceptance I never expected and it was overwhelming. I really would like to thank everyone who's gone and watched and yeah, I'm just grateful.
Will you keep the updation of Richard and
Sir?
Richard and you share
Update. Once this film is released, I'm running. I have to finish one last final draft, which I have to finish it by December end, is my target. And from Jan I'll start the pre-production. By March or April max, I want to go on through.
Okay, thank you so much everyone. I think time limitation on that. I think that questions will go on. So thank you so much for sharing such great experience with us. So what do you want to tell to our audience out there?
If you have watched Side A already, then beautiful. If you have not watched, please go to Amazon and watch it. Because it's going to be a very nice prelude before you watch Side B. And don't miss the Side B in theaters because this film will give you a different experience which probably no other film would have given you. I completely believe in that. So do watch the film in theaters. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much everybody. Thank you for coming. I hope it's going to be a great hit, and thank you. Both of you, thanks so much. We can take some pictures.